Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit the like button, make some comments. Let's get this ball rolling. This week I'm going to be talking about being sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. For well over a decade, I just felt very fatigued and worn out. My blood tests were all normal and I got blood tests on a regular basis. And I just wasn't feeling right. The best way I can explain it is I almost felt like I was being poisoned. Now, I've never been poisoned that I know of, so I know that this was nothing like somebody was trying to kill me, but I just didn't feel well. I just felt like something was off. I felt sick, and as the years went on, I was getting worse and worse and worse, and I didn't know what was going on. And I have to say that was one of the good things about having cervical cancer is after my radiation chemotherapy sessions were over and I healed from that, I felt better than I have in over a decade. I was not expecting that. So I can only assume that the cancer is why I was feeling that way, but just feeling so sick for so long and then feeling better than I have in over a decade was wonderful. And I had been to numerous doctors. I mean, different specialists. I mean, so many different specialists. It wasn't even funny. And I kept on trying different doctors and different types of doctors, and nobody knew anything. They would take my blood, look at the test results, and they were all normal. So they would just shrug their shoulders. I had a lot of that. I actually had doctors roll their eyes at me. Some of my side effects were I had a problem with histamine intolerance. And with the histamine intolerance, I was having digestive issues and also allergy-like symptoms as well. And they started at the same time. And when I talked to the gastroenterologist about that, he rolled his eyes and went, "No, they're not." And I said, "Then why do they start at the same time and stop at the same time?" And he just said, "No, they're not related." But I knew they were. It was very frustrating. I will go into histamine intolerance a little bit more later on because I suffered from that for years and I got better. So I'll help you figure out if you might have it and what you can do in order to make it better. And even with my iron being normal, I felt very fatigued, but my blood work was normal. It wasn't until the very end, when it got to be cancer, that I actually started to have abnormal blood tests. The year before, my white blood cells were slightly low, but they were just like, I think the normal low was like 3.4 and I was like 3.2, 3.3, and the doctors didn't want to do anything else. Everything was fine. My iron was fine, but it was on the lower side. But other than that, nothing else, and that's when I actually had cancer. It was right before I found out that I had cancer. But later that year is when things started to take a nosedive. I just want to show that it's not all bad. Sometimes you can actually have good side effects that come out. I was surprised by that. And yeah, I feel better than I have in over a decade. And that's a good place to be. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week. Hope you have a good one. Bye.